am a beast in a room full of prey. This is a demon that I'm finna slay. Devil may cry, call me Dante. Watching my enemies fading away. Trading the light all the way from the day. Catch me at night, put your dick in a grave. I'm a modern Johnny Cash. Button up, that's all black.
Asylum seekers need to either go into an asylum, you know, like where they medicate you and keep you in a padded room away from the general public, or they need to search for asylum in their own country, or they're looking for another wife. Because in America, you can get married to another woman in the mosque, not tell the government that you married another woman, and then she can get benefits as a single mother. But that isn't the point. Just recently, a man whose name I cannot say because it starts with a T and then it has an S. I don't even know. He killed 3 people at a motel, 3 random white people at a motel, because he got into an argument over a parking dispute in a parking lot next door. And then he said the reason why was because since he came to America for asylum, it's been 7 years and it's so hard for him to get his family here to get free money for asylum. So he's just like, F it. I'm going to get a 9mm somehow in St. Paul, Minnesota as a freaking refugee and kill 3 innocent people. But the thing is, in their book, killing Christians is holy, because if you are a non-believer of Islam, you're violent. So really, if you think about it, he did the right thing. Here's a little article for you. No, not an article, a news snippet from Fox. Because Fox is the only mainstream news that is right sometimes. And by right sometimes, I mean correct. Right as in right wing. It's right wing pretty much all the time, but not all right wing is smart and not all right wing is correct. But without further ado, the massacre from an Ethiopian man. Isn't this fun?
To a triple shooting at a St. Paul apartment.
Now, 30-year-old Segab Benesu has been arrested.
Okay, so his name didn't start with a T. I'm sorry. I'm racist.
In Virginia, Minnesota, hours away from that scene. Tonight, the victims have been identified as 25-year-old Nancy Zambrano, 56-year-old Nina Silcox, and 43-year-old Adam Wilderwing.
Caucasians. And I think one of the girls, the youngest one, she looked like she could be a little Hispanic, but if she looks a little Caucasian, you know, it's all right. He probably had a good reason to do it, you know. Of course, it makes sense. He can't get his family over here to get free money over here. Yeah, go kill innocent people at a random place you've never been to. And once again, how did he get the gun? Probably bought it from like an Al-Shabaab member that lives on the DL in Minneapolis or something like that. Because gun stores will probably sell it to them because it's like, no, Islam is a religion of peace.
Pilar Pedraza on the scene both last night and today. Pilar, I just can't imagine how neighbors are feeling there.
Well, there's definitely a combination of cautious relief today at the news that there has been an arrest as well.
Oh, thank God. Somebody who's an immigrant, you know, from an African country where their IQs are like below my room temperature, kill somebody, generally they don't even look in that city. I'm surprised they didn't give the man a medal, a trophy, and like throw some like teenage girls his way too. And some jizya tax money. If you know, you know. And don't worry, guys. If you're one of the 3 people that have watched any of my videos, you know that from this point, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse, more traumatic, more infuriating as an American man, especially an American Caucasian man. Because the thing is that a man looking like me, big old cross on my face, just tatted up, just if I murdered anybody, especially somebody of color, they would be, they would expedite that trial and I would be put on death row. Just like how they literally, like Shiloh Hendricks is now in trouble with the law for saying the N-word. I don't think she should have called anybody the N-word. It was rude. Calling the kid, that was rude. The guy harassing her on the camera, that was very rude of her. She's not a classy lady. But that's not a crime, okay? You know it is a crime. Killing 3 people with a 9mm when you're an asylum seeker. Or anybody for that matter. Unless you're transgender. Then you get a pass. Especially if someone misgenders you.
Today at the news that there has been an arrest, as well as grief over the loss of 3 people that many who live in this complex have known for years. If you take a look here behind me, you can see the makeshift memorial that has grown up throughout the...
Yeah. How come it seems like they always seem to kill pillars of the community, friends of everybody, kind people?
Day, as people have brought in flowers and other tributes to those who died, including a picture of what appears to be one of the 3 victims, Dina Silcox.
It's tragic. It's a shame.
Tracy Stevens has lived in these apartments for the last 7 years. Her building is right next door to the leasing office.
Who cares? And it's just fluff. Her building is right next door to the leasing office. What about the Ethiopian man who killed 3 people because he got into a parking dispute and he's having an issue getting his kids over here for asylum? He doesn't even have a right to be a citizen here. He's just coming here to suck off the tea of American, wealth, and also probably kidnap some teenage white girls, most likely. If he looks at Britain at all, he's like, dang, I want to get me some of that.
Where 3 people died Monday night. The first she knew anything was going
Just, Ethiopia, child marriage is completely legal and absolutely normal.
on. It was when
Many men who are poor sell their daughters so they can feed their sons.
she came home.
I met a couple of police officers down on Davern. Guns drawn.
Eventually, she learned she knew the 3 who died. Adam Wilwarding, Dina Silcox, and Nancy Fuentes Zambrano. She's not alone.
Yeah, I worked here for a couple months before I was transferred to a different property, but I knew all the office staff for a while.
Hi,
Dude, I don't care if you know the staff. How do you feel about this freaking random invalid retard who just killed 3 people with a gun he shouldn't have as an asylum seeker? This is a blue-collar state. Nobody could get a gun out there, but hardly even the police. How the hell does this man with a blank stare, the blank I want to touch your teenage daughter stare, get a 9mm so he could go on a shooting spree? And why is everybody like, oh yeah, I like them? Oh, like they're so used to this stuff, they're not even pissed anymore.
Erickson was one of a growing number of people stopping by to...
Lord, I trust in you. I trust in Christ, no matter what. 100%. Believe it or not, even with the world on fire, I'm probably the most grateful and happy I've been in my life, and I am not at all where I want to be yet. But that's just what it's like when I don't even know. I'm not going to preach to you right now. We're angry about an Ethiopian multi-murderer.
contribute to a makeshift memorial outside the leasing office.
I shouldn't have to, but just respect, I guess. So, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Ain't none of that.
The loss weighing heavy in the moment. Everyone who lives here scouring their memories Tuesday, wondering if they saw or heard something. Tracy remembers a man she saw repeatedly over the last few weeks.
Muhammad Jihad, Muhammad Jihad, Muhammad Jihad.
He was angry. 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, he's mad because he can't get his family here. So what? Many people in the 1920s and earlier, like Irish people, Italians, Jews, I know you don't like them, struggled to get their family to the United States as well. You know what most of them didn't do? Go on a killing spree. I swear to God, if a killing spree happens in a Western country, it's either A, someone from a third world country, so probably a Muslim, B, a trans female, like male to female trans. Because they're really, really mad that women keep trying to stop them from going into the bathroom so they can listen to them pissing. God, it's autogynephilia, okay? Most of these men just get off on all that weird stuff. I don't know.
Many are still asking why this had to happen.
We don't have a clue.
There is no reason. There is no reason. The reason is so people start to open their eyes eventually. So, Palestinian, Muslim, elementary school teacher. I haven't seen more than 10 seconds of the video, but I have a feeling it's going to be good. We're going to check it out right now.
Islam is the fastest growing religion in Texas. Islam is the fastest growing religion in Texas, the United States, and in the world. My name is Inshira Dahir.
That is partially true because Muslims do reproduce a lot more, especially when they move to first world countries, because all of their children are paid for by the government, because for some reason the government just wants to pay for everything Muslims do. They just want, you know what I mean? See, I know you have Dubai and Syria and the UAE and Saudi Arabia and Palestine. You seem to love Palestine so much, and Gaza, but that's in Palestine, isn't it? That's all they really talk about, but I don't know. They talk about it because it's a Trojan horse. It's how they bring radicalism to dumb pink-haired lesbians and transvestites and just weirdos in school that are really, really mad about who they are, but aren't ready to face that yet. So they want to blame the billionaires. Tax the rich, right? The rich are the ones that pay most of the taxes, like 90% of the taxes. Like if the billionaires went away, are you who's paying taxes? The bodega guy? All of the stuff he sells there, he bought from UBT. You know how he bought it? Because the billionaires pay for all those benefits, you idiot. I'm sorry. You're not an idiot.
And a history major and a proud Palestinian American Muslim social studies teacher.
Okay, that's a lie though. Because she says I'm a proud Palestinian American, like Palestinian first. She has to say American just so she can, you know, befriend you guys and make you guys think that she's trustworthy. She hates America just like everybody else for the most part who looks like that. Pick up a book. Read the Quran. Read it from beginning to end. Once you get to the end, you'll understand. Or just watch my videos.
In Texas. I've taught elementary through high school students for almost 15 years. These children cannot yet distinguish a fact from an opinion, and we want to dump Al-Qaeda on fourth graders. Before you teach a child...
Wait, these kids are, you know, they're not smart enough to make their own opinion, so we want to teach them about violent jihad. And there are people that are open to that in America, like parents and teachers and leaders that think that's just hunky-dory. And you know what? When everything goes to absolute hell and it's actual war on the streets, like all the stuff people ignore in places like Nigeria, all the massacres that the Islamics do, when that happens and you're the victim, don't come crying to me for help. We've been telling you. Fool.
About falsehoods, you have to teach them how to think. And I'm going to say this straight up. The more you try to suppress and villainize Islam in the classroom, the more you are doing Islam a favor. Because right now, today on the ground, Islam is the fastest growing religion in Texas, the United States, and in the world. Suppression doesn't shrink a faith, it spreads it. And you are proving that in real time.
No, but that's the thing. It hasn't been suppressed. It's been bolstered. You freaking dumb. It's definitely for sure that you're Palestinian because your IQ seems like it's about sub-Saharan. And sub-Saharan is about sub-70 to around 65 or even 59.
I want to end with a dua. Oh, Allah.
Nobody knows what that is, lady.
Allah, make us among those who speak the truth. And
hey, well, that wouldn't be you, lady, or Allah, or Muhammad, the messenger of Allah, because his messages, bogus.
Your witness with justice. Ameen.
Point of order. What's your point of order? It wasn't germane.
Did y'all know that he married Aisha when she was 6 years old? But it's okay, though, because he consummated, and that means he banged her when she was 9. So that means she still wasn't ready, because girls don't mature like that until much later. And people say, no, in the time, you know, the way they measure time is different back then. Yeah, maybe the way they measure time, but she wrote several hadiths about her being a little girl. She wrote a hadith about her playing with dolls with her little friends in Muhammad's house. Women are not allowed to play with dolls in Islam, only little girls. 6 years old can't mean 30 in any religion or any sort of math. The math ain't mathin', but you keep trying to shove it in people's throats and they're gagging on it and loving it, though. It's weird. It's kind of like those. Nah, I'm not going to get in that.
And to the topic posted.
I believe the time's expired. Paul?
Yes, the last testifier. Yeah, it's not mentioned for any. You said it was for a political agenda that Al Qaeda is mentioned there. It's mentioned because Al Qaeda killed 3,000 Americans on.
Ding, 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 ding. Al Qaeda is mentioned because they're a terrorist organization that killed 3,000 Americans and would have killed 30,000 to 1 million more if we didn't wipe them off the face of the earth. Thank you. All we have is Joe Lonnie left, and awesome. It's a good thing we didn't kill him because now he is massacring people in Syria, overseeing massacres in places like Yemen. And the UN, as long as he shaved his beard, put on a suit, brought him in and gave him a standing ovation when they won't even let Benjamin Netanyahu come in there. You could call me Jew lover this, Jew lover that. I love everybody who is a son of Christ, all right? And that includes the Jewish people. And if you want to have a problem with me over it, I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. All right? All right? I'm just kidding. I want all the smoke.
9/11, and many of our veterans, including our great chairman here, put their lives on the line fighting Al Qaeda in Afghanistan. So that's a big, significant part of American history. And you need to understand that as a teacher, and you also need to understand you can't come and threaten the State Board of Education that what we do here is going to grow your religion, because that's ridiculous. And you know what? You may have the wind at your back, but we serve the one true God, and it runs into a brick.
You may have the wind at your back, but we serve the one true God. Christ, when he was nailed to a cross and rose again to save us from our sins.
Wall right here in the United States of America. Islam will not take over.
Never in a million years.
Who are they? I have no idea. The racket began with small things, stealing a few cars, prostitution. 1 week, huh? And you better have it ready. In another 2 or 3 months, they'll have the whole country.
The people we're dealing with are not only organized, they're probably intelligent enough to come up with a better cover than this shack.
We've got them surrounded. We'll wipe them out like sitting ducks.
Hey, come on, let's go. Come on, move it.
Stay in position. I'll tell you when to make a move. Factories, restaurants, shops, hotels. If they want to stay open, they'll pay us.
You tell the organization, starting now, that I'm the boss.
Who's behind, huh? Come on, names.
I don't have any time to waste, so I'm going to ask you the question again. Who do you work for, and who were you bringing the stuff to?
St. Paul, Minnesota, the twin city to Minneapolis. You know, where all the ICE
With Google
riots
Play
happened,
Games, you can
where
play
Renee Good got shot for trying to kill a police
Unlock
officer
bigger
with
screens
her SUV.
and better controls.
Who are they?
I have no idea.
The racket began with small things, stealing a few cars, prostitution. 1 week, huh? And you better have it ready. In another 2 or 3 months, they'll have the whole country.
The people we're dealing with are not only organized, they're probably intelligent enough to come up with a better cover than this shack.
We've got them surrounded. We'll wipe them out like sitting ducks.
Hey, come on, let's go. Come on, move it.
Stay in position. I'll tell you when to make a move. Factories, restaurants, shops, hotels. If they want to stay open, they'll pay us.
You tell the organization, starting now, that I'm the boss.
Who's behind, huh? Come on, names.
I don't have any time to waste, so I'm going to ask you the question again. Who do you work for, and who were you bringing the stuff to?
With Google Play Games, you can play unlocked. Unlock bigger screens and better controls.